Injuries: Jason Hatcher did not participate. Gabe Miller did not participate. Jordan Reed was full. Trent Williams was limited. Brandon Merriweather did not participate. Keenan Robinson was limited. Full was Chris Baker, Will Compton, Roy Halou, Corey Lichtensteiger, and then Trenton Robinson did not participate today because he had an illness.
Santana Moss, obviously, there have been many times this season you said, we're going to get him involved, or you will get involved, and more, and he's only had 7 catches on the year. Is it just a case of just too much talent there to get him the touches that you wanted to get him?
Well, I don't know about that, but yeah, we only have so many balls to go around, and unfortunately some of the receivers haven't got as many touches as they would like to have seen or we projected early in the season. Part of that is the quarterback changes. Part of that is the bodies that we have at wide receiver we feel are pretty good. And, just part of that is schematically sometimes when they're out in the game, they just don't get the ball. But Santana, I've been very impressed with him all season. He's been a total pro, been a great leader in that receiver room, and we're happy he's here.
Jay, it's 2 days before the game. Do you have status updates on those guys for Saturday?
Any what?
Questionable, out, probables?
No, just that's what they are. We just got to keep monitoring them, and we'll have a better feel tomorrow.
Do you have a strong sense for whether Trent Williams will be able to play? He seems to be kind of a warrior type who's able to play through some injuries.
Yeah, we definitely hope so. But, all these guys have, that are on the injury report have significant injuries, and it's something that we just have to talk with the trainers and then talk with each individual player about, and hopefully he can go.
What kind of a drop-off is that if he's not able to go there?
Trent?
Yeah.
Well, it's a Pro Bowl player, so.
Is there any consideration at this point to tell Trent, look, we don't need to take any chances with you, 2 games left in a season like this, and just shut it down, or is that strictly on him and the doctor?
That's on him, and the trainer, really. I'd leave all those injuries up to the trainer, number 1, and then the player, obviously, number 2, and I think if Trent can go, he'll go. But there's no reason to shut somebody down if they can go, if they feel like they can go.
Did Brandon have a setback? It looked like he did a little bit yesterday, but looked a little gimpy, and then he didn't seem to be doing much.
Yeah, he tried to go yesterday on a limited basis, and then he didn't feel right about it, and it was sore. Them big toes for guys who have to backpedal are really, really hard.
Hey, Jay. Eagles coach Chip Kelly in the conference call earlier in the week said something along the lines of everything rides on this game for them because they are in the middle of a hunt for a division title, obviously. What do you say to the players in the locker room? What's your message to them to try and match that type of intensity, that importance that, this game still means something, and try and, be competitive against a team that kind of has everything on the line?
Well, it's a division rival, number 1. Number 2, it's a chance for us to come and play a home game in front of our fans and try to right the ship and show what we're made of. And anytime you get an opportunity to right the ship after some poor performances, it's a great opportunity for a lot of guys. We got some young guys really trying to show their worth. We got some veteran guys that try to establish themselves and for next year. And obviously we have an offense and a defense and a special teams unit that are dying to get out there and show the people that they're good football players. So it's a huge game for us, man. I don't care what is riding on the Eagles. All we care about what's riding on us, and we need to come out and play a competitive football game and give it everything we got. I want to see the guys compete and play their tails off, which I believe we will.
Jay, 2 games left. A lot of people say, no, it's time to evaluate young players, look at the young guys, see what they can do. Why is it easier to say that and to think about doing that than actually taking that step and pulling out some of the veterans?
About playing younger guys?
Yeah. Why is it easier to say, oh, that can be done, as opposed to actually doing it and pulling some of the veterans out of the lineup?
Well, we're still playing to win football games, and I'm not going to pull a veteran out of the lineup. I want to see a young guy play if the veteran deserves to play. The veterans want to play, so they have earned the right to play, and they're going to play unless we decide the younger guy is better. But we've got a lot of young guys that have got significant reps, and we've got some veteran guys that are still playing and competing and want to win this football game, and that's what it's all about, man. I don't care how old you are. I just want the best players out there on the field.
One stat that Joe looked up earlier today was the Eagles have 10 return touchdowns, kickoffs, punts, fumbles, interceptions. That's a big number. When I'm sure you're also aware of that. When you look at that, is there something about the way they play that or practice or prepare that helps them, force that many returns?
Well, they've got it a lot of different ways: special teams, block punts, punt returns, kickoff returns. They've got defensive fumbles, scoop scores, interception returns. They've got touchdowns in a lot of different ways, and that's a credit to their effort and their special teams coach and the way they play on special teams. So I don't know if it's what they eat or how they sleep. I really don't know. I just know that the guys play hard and they're very opportunistic. And when the players are there to be had, they've made them on those units. So obviously we haven't got any of those yet, but we're not the only team. But it's credit to them and their effort, and hopefully we'll get a couple.
Coaching-wise, you can do to try to produce that more? Or is it just something where you just scream it blue till you're blue in the face, and it's got to be on the players? The ball's got to bounce a certain way.
That's
stuff
part
to
of
happen.
it. Sometimes the ball bounces funny. Sometimes they make the balls bounce funny by rushing the punter and blocking punts and getting great blocks on the special teams return, and they have a great returner in Sproles, and and Polk got one against us, early in the season. So, it's a combination of a lot of things. A lot of things got to go right. The pass rush has got to be there on defense. The defensive backs got to take advantage of the opportunities when they're there, and they've done that.
Jay, you listed off a bunch of things that you want to see Robert improve on this week. So what kind of practice did he have this week, and what things did you specifically work on with him so he looks better this Saturday?
Robert had a good week of practice so far, and really we just want to see him improve and play hard. That's all. That's all I'm asking for is all our guys to play hard and improve upon their performance and play with great accountability, great determination, and whatever happens, happens. But I feel like he's had a good week of practice. I'd like him to master the concepts, master the plays that are in a game plan, and so he can anticipate what's coming and make some plays. And then from there, when the ball's in his hands, I just want to make great decisions, play hard, and not worry about anything.
Jay, you guys are going up against another front four that gets after the quarterback. I know Trent Cole has a broken hand, so not sure if he's playing. But with Robert being the quarterback now, do you guys plan on having maybe more check downs to, offset that pass rush of the Eagles?
We always have check downs. It's a matter of us finding them and throwing them and being able to get the ball off. I think the big thing is trying to, like it always is trying to move the quarterback. 3-step, 5-step. Obviously, play action, bootlegs, all those are very, very important, but also with the running game is going to be very important to try to take some pressure off. So they have a good pass rush, as does everybody we play. They have DBs that have great ball skills, and it'll be a great test for us. But, as far as Robert's concerned, we're just going to call the plays that he's very comfortable with, we feel like, and hopefully he makes great decisions.
Jay, for a good portion of the year, Trustway has been up there in the punting numbers, net punt, gross punts. Just pretty good pickup for a first-year guy. What are your thoughts on the way he's played this year?
He's been awesome. He's been great. He's got great hang time. He's been very, very good, very steady, very accountable, obviously, very dependable, and he can pin the teams back, and when we're backed up, he changes field position. That's what you want a punter to do. If you're backed up, you need to try to change the field position, give the cover unit some time to get down there and cover, and then when you have a chance to back people up, get him backed up inside the 10, and he does that. So he's a very effective punter, and I think one of the best in the league based on this year.
Jay, besides Tress, is there any other players on this team that you feel have shown growth or improvement this season, someone else that we should be taking a look at this Saturday that you can say, yeah, that they've definitely gotten better this year?
Well, we're going to judge all that when the season's over, obviously. Every player will be graded by their position coach, by the coordinator, by the GM, by the scouts, by the head coach, and we'll decide all that right now. But there are some young guys, obviously, that with the more role that they've had a chance to really play and develop and get quality reps. I'm not going to go through every player that I feel like's done that. I feel like all our guys have done some kind of improvement from the season, from the beginning to now. But from together as a unit, our units haven't quite shown the progress that you want, offensively, defensively, special teams. And part of that is the flux of talent that we've had to put in at different spots. A lot of people playing together for the first time. So hopefully all this we'll do this year is a chance for us to really work on our depth for next year. Some young guys playing quality reps. So we do get some of our injured guys back. We'll have a great depth chart rolling and add to the mix. But I've been impressed with a lot of young guys. Thanks, Coach. All right, thank you.